So we're going back to 2011. Is that FY 2011 or year 2011 when this first occurred? These raises were guaranteed.
So it's actually July 1 of 2011. So that would be the beginning of the new fiscal year.
So that would be fiscal year 12, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So the raises get agreed to. The General Assembly in FY 12, which is 2011, does not appropriate the money for it.
So I would tell you there's been a couple of different scenarios. In that, you're correct. If you would look back to 2015, the last time that we brought this bill up, it was voted on and passed on the floor. That particular piece was vetoed by the governor.
Okay, that was the last time, but yet these raises actually were negotiated for and won by the union. And I know when I was on Wheaton City Council, whatever we agreed to, we paid our union and we budgeted for it. So these were negotiated for, they won these raises, and in FY 12, they were not appropriated. In FY 13, they were not appropriated. In FY 14, which would be year 2013, they were not appropriated. In FY 15, which is year 2014, they were not appropriated.
So
right? I'm on the right track, though, right?
Well,
I'm
so
on the right track.
actually in 2014, 45% of the contractual back pay was appropriated.
Okay, but you left off 55%, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, my point is Democrat control in FY 12, Democrat control in FY 13, Democrat control 100% in FY 14, FY 15, super majorities. Your side failed to put it in the budget, and you failed to pay these state workers the contractually obligated raises that your Democrat governor negotiated for. So let's put this in the right perspective, Mr. Costello.
Jeannie, first of all, I would tell you, when you're pointing, please point elsewhere, because I have worked for, as well as a number of people on your side of the aisle, a number of people on our side of the aisle, have worked to make sure this is paid for many, many years.
I get it. I understand. However, it's your party that was in 100% control. 13 and 14, look, I sat here as under part of the super minority where we couldn't do anything, and you had 100% control, and you did not solve this problem. Now, I remember distinctly waving my checkbook last year on the House floor when you guys raised our income taxes 32%.
Which I voted against, so not you.
I understand, okay, but you as a body, you largely Democrats, and then in the matter of 2 hours passed out an enormous budget, and you didn't budget, not you, broadly, the folks who voted for the budget did not vote for contractually guaranteed raises. You know, after a 32% tax increase, you couldn't even find it in your budget to come up with the $63 million back then.
Jeannie, this is your opportunity to do the right thing and pay these contractually obligated payments to people who have provided service to the state and have not been paid for it.
Thank you very much. Because in a previous campaign that I was running a few months ago, this issue came up a lot, and I know it means a lot to people who live in areas that provide a lot of state services to. So I understand this issue. However, this is not the only separate appropriation bill that we are going to be faced with in the next couple days for one-off appropriations. Here's what I would say. You still are in control of the budget. And oh, by the way, rank and file members like me, who are increasingly, and I'm going to agree to it, becoming irrelevant as lame duckers, I'm telling you right now, we have no idea what you're negotiating for on the budget. We have no idea. Rank and file has no idea. So, not even the revenue estimate, okay? Now, wait a minute here. So these one-off ideas that we're going to appropriate money, when we're 8 days away from finishing our work and having a budget, is nonsense. If you want your $63 million to pay these state workers, put it in your FY19 budget and be done with it. Be done with it. Do not do this, because when you're asking us to separately appropriate for one line item, which I'm happy to do, if you want to go through every single line item in the budget, I am happy to sit with you and painstakingly decide yes or no. But I don't get to do that. So don't ask me to do this. You put it in your budget, because guess what? I want a balanced budget. I want it on time. And I want you to have to prioritize. So if this is the Democrats' priority this year, then find the $63 million, shove it into the budget, and pass it that way.